Join me as I take on the challenge of raising a Belgian Malinois as my first dog. Let's see if I can handle this high-energy pup. If you're considering bringing a Belgian Malinois into your life as your first dog, I want to give you a reality check. These dogs are often romanticized as the ultimate companion, but the truth is they can be a handful, even for experienced owners. In today's video, we're going to explore why a Belgian Malinois might not be the best choice for a first-time dog owner. A lot of people think that Belgian Malinois make great family dogs because they're intelligent, loyal, and athletic. And yes, that's all true. But what they don't tell you is that these dogs require a tremendous amount of exercise, training, and socialization from a very young age. They need a strong, consistent leader who can provide structure and discipline. And if you're new to dog ownership, you might not be equipped to handle that. Another common misconception is that Belgian Malinois are naturally good with kids. While it's true that many Malinois are wonderful with children, it's not a guarantee. In fact, if a Malinois isn't properly socialized, it can become overly protective and even aggressive towards kids. So, if you're thinking of getting a Malinois as a family pet, you need to be prepared to put in the work to raise a well-adjusted dog. Belgian Malinois are often championed as great companions for active people, but what they don't tell you is that these dogs have boundless energy. They need at least 2 hours of exercise a day, and even then, they might still be bouncing off the walls. If you're not an outdoorsy person who can provide that level of physical activity, a Malinois might not be the best fit for you. I've seen so many people get a Belgian Malinois thinking they can handle it, only to end up overwhelmed and exhausted. They're not a dog for the faint of heart. And if you're not prepared to put in the work, you might end up with a dog that's destructive, anxious, or even aggressive. My friend Sarah got a Belgian Malinois puppy when she was 22, thinking it would be a great companion for her active lifestyle. But what she didn't realize was that Malinois need more than just exercise. They need mental stimulation, socialization, and training. By the time Sarah was 25, her dog was out of control, barking nonstop and even nipping at strangers. It was a mess, and Sarah was at her wits' end. Sarah's story is a cautionary tale about the importance of understanding what you're getting into when you bring a Belgian Malinois into your life. These dogs are not for beginners, and if you're not prepared to put in the work, you might end up with a dog that's more than you can handle. I know some of you might be thinking, but I've heard so many great things about Belgian Malinois, and yes, they can make amazing pets for the right owner. But if you're new to dog ownership, I would strongly advise against getting a Malinois as your first dog. Instead, consider a breed that's more forgiving, more laid back, and easier to manage. Raising a Belgian Malinois is no small feat. Many first-time dog owners make the mistake of thinking they can handle it because they've raised other dogs before or have a passion for active lifestyles. But Malinois are different. They're bred for working, and they have a drive that needs to be channeled daily. If they don't have tasks to focus on, whether that's advanced obedience, agility training, or even herding practice, that energy can easily turn into destructive behavior. One key challenge that many owners face with Belgian Malinois is keeping them mentally stimulated. These dogs are incredibly intelligent, but that intelligence comes with a need for constant engagement. Simple games of fetch or short walks won't cut it. They thrive on problem-solving tasks and need regular mental challenges like puzzle toys, scent work, or advanced commands to keep their minds sharp. Without these, boredom sets in quickly, and that's when problems like chewing, digging, or even excessive barking arise. On top of that, socialization plays a critical role in shaping a well-balanced Malinois. Many first-time dog owners underestimate the importance of socialization with this breed. It's not just about meeting other dogs, but exposing them to a variety of environments, people, and situations. A well-socialized Malinois is confident, calm, and less likely to develop fear-based aggression. But socialization has to start early and be consistent throughout the dog's life. Another point that often surprises first-time Malinois owners is the level of commitment required to build a deep bond with this breed. While they're fiercely loyal, it takes effort to earn that loyalty. You can't just expect a Belgian Malinois to fall into place as a family pet without putting in the time to build trust and communication. They need clear, consistent boundaries, and without them, you could end up with a dog that challenges you for leadership. Belgian Malinois are often seen working alongside police officers and military personnel, which might lead some people to believe they come pre-programmed to be perfect working dogs. But the reality is that those highly trained dogs have undergone rigorous training from experts who know how to channel the breed's high energy and intelligence in productive ways. For an everyday dog owner, Reaching that level of control takes months, if not years, of dedicated effort. Building trust. Through structure. One of the most important things I've learned while raising my Belgian Malinois is the need for structure. These dogs thrive when they know what's expected of them, and that means having a consistent routine. From feeding schedules to exercise times and training sessions, every part of their day needs structure. Without it, they can become restless and even defiant. What many first-time owners might not realize is how much time it takes to establish this structure and maintain it. But once you do, you'll see your dog settle into a rhythm and become more manageable. The importance of early obedience training. I can't stress enough how critical early obedience training is for Belgian Malinois. This breed is incredibly smart, but without direction, their intelligence can be a double-edged sword. I quickly learned that commands like sit, stay, and come were just the basics. Malinois need more advanced training to keep them mentally stimulated and well-behaved. Starting obedience training early not only sets the foundation for a well-mannered dog, but also strengthens the bond between you and your pup, building mutual respect. Exercise more than just walks. Most people think that a couple of long walks a day will be enough to tire out a Belgian Malinois, but that's far from the truth. These dogs need more than just physical exercise. They need variety and challenges. I've incorporated everything from agility courses to frisbee games, and even introduced nose work activities to keep my dog mentally sharp and physically satisfied. If you think you'll be able to get by with casual strolls, you're in for a rude awakening. A Malinois needs to be worked both mentally and physically to keep destructive behaviors at bay. Dealing with behavioral challenges. Despite all my efforts, there were still moments when my Belgian Malinois tested my patience. Behavioral challenges like separation anxiety, excessive barking, and overprotectiveness are common with this breed, especially in the early stages. It took time and dedication to understand the root causes of these behaviors and address them properly. For instance, addressing separation anxiety required gradual training exercises to build my dog's confidence while alone. And learning to control his barking meant reinforcing positive behavior whenever he stayed calm. The emotional rewards of raising a Belgian Malinois. Even with all the hard work, there's something incredibly rewarding about raising a Belgian Malinois. The bond you form through training, exercise, and spending time together is like no other. Once you earn their trust and loyalty, a Malinois will stick by your side no matter what. They become not just a pet, but a true companion who will always have your back. While the journey has been full of ups and downs, the emotional connection and sense of accomplishment that comes from successfully raising such a demanding breed are unmatched. For those who are still set on raising a Belgian Malinois as a first dog, I strongly recommend investing in professional training right from the start. Working with an experienced trainer who understands the breed can make all the difference in developing a well-behaved, balanced dog. It's also important to do your research, join Malinois-specific groups, and talk to other owners about the unique challenges this breed presents. In the end, raising a Belgian Malinois can be incredibly rewarding for those who are prepared for the challenge. These dogs are loyal, intelligent, and capable of extraordinary things, but they demand a level of commitment that not every dog owner is ready for. So, before you make the leap, take a hard look at your lifestyle and make sure you're ready for the responsibility that comes with owning a Belgian Malinois. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any experience with Belgian Malinois or any dog ownership questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about dog training tips, be sure to check out my next video.